Today we will do a yin yoga class to ground us, so we will be focusing on our hips and below to the ground. You will not need any props for this practice. We will begin in a seated position. Place your hands in your lap and close your eyes. Find a smooth and steady breath in and out through your nose. In yin yoga, we find our edge, and then we hold the posture for a couple of minutes each. And while we do that, we try to be still in our bodies and in our mind. So make sure to find the right amount of sensation for you today. Go to that edge and no longer. Don't be afraid to back off. It must not hurt. Find the balance between no sensation and too much sensation. And then try to relax into each pose and let gravity do the work for you. Separate your legs about 90 degrees, nice and wide. Lift up through your spine, sit up tall. And move your hips away from underneath you to help you lift up through the spine. Maybe it's enough to be here. If so, take some deep breaths here, in and out. If you need a bit more sensation to find your edge, start lengthening out of your hips. Fold forward by walking your hands out in front of you until you meet your edge. Remember that the pose will intensify over time and we will aim to be here for 2 minutes. So hold back a little. And remember that you can always back off during the pose if you need to do so. Try to relax a bit more into the pose with each of your exhales. And don't be afraid to move if your body tells you to. Maybe you want to move your head from side to side. Do whatever feels right to you. And now it's time to come back up, if you're not already there. Take your time as you slowly rise back up again. And now for a side bend. Keep your legs as they are and place your right forearm inside right leg. Lean over your right leg and open up your chest. If you feel a lot of sensation, stop here. If you need a bit more, you can take your right arm and bring it over your head. Make sure your shoulder stays open. And then breathe here. Hold the pose and let gravity do the work for you. don't be afraid to back off again if you need to. Maybe you want to bring your left arm back down again. Slowly rise and take a quick counter stretch to reset your lower back. Twist to your left side by looking over your left shoulder. Just make this a gentle twist. And then switch sides. Place your left forearm inside your left leg, lean your body over to the left and open up the chest. If you did so on the other side, take your right arm up and over your head to intensify the stretch. And then hold here. And remember your deep breathing in and out as you hold here. And remember that you can always back off if the stretch is too intense. And slowly rise. Take a gentle counter twist to your right by looking over your right shoulder. Stay tall through the spine. On an exhale, come back to center. Bend your knees and place the soles of your feet together, butterfly pose. You decide how much space you want to have between your ankles and your hips. It depends on your flexibility today. Lift your hips out from underneath you so that you can sit up tall. Inhale to lengthen out of your hips and fold forward. Find your edge and relax into the pose. Don't pull and don't strain. Try to relax in your inner thighs and let your head hang heavy here. Breathe slowly in and out through your nose and let everything go that you don't need in your body and in your mind. If thoughts arise, just let them do so and allow them to drift away again. slowly rise. Take your time. And then come to a tabletop position on your hands and knees. Let's set up a half pigeon. Bring your right knee all the way through to your right wrist, or as far as it may go. The most important thing here is that both of your hips are square to the front of your mat. Engage the left leg to support you here. You may stay upright or you can fold forward. Find your edge. Find a position in which you can relax. And we will hold this for a bit shorter than the other poses because this is a tough one. But hold here. Remember your breathing. And back off if necessary. Nice and slow, work your hands back up and make your way to a downward facing dog. A nice counter pose. Breathe here. Breathe in and out. And just take a couple of breaths on your own here. And when you're ready, switch sides. Bring your left knee towards your left wrist and engage your right leg to stabilize your pose. Make sure that your hips are squared off towards the front of your mat. And then fold forward if you did so before, or stay upright. And then melt into the pose here. Relax everything that you can. Maybe relax your jaw, your eyelids, your tongue, and feel how it feels in your body as you breathe in and out. Slowly rise to a tabletop position and sink back down into a child's pose where we will end this practice. Arms out in front of you, hips over heels, and again just melt into the floor. And take some deep breaths in and out. On every exhale, let everything go. Breathe it out into the floor. And now it's time to come back up. Slowly lift yourself up. Place your hands at your heart in Namaste. Namaste. I hope you feel relaxed, and I hope you feel a bit more grounded.